To me, it's not about how society perceives me, it's about how I perceive myself. You know, it's how I look at myself in the mirror. People still call me junkie. Not as many, but there's still those people out there. But it doesn't matter. You know, it's what do I call myself? And as long as I'm good with myself, I could care less what everybody else says. I have the honor and privilege, and quite frankly, a responsibility of traveling all across this country, sharing my story over the last 2.5 years. And I do it for many reasons. I do it because part of sobriety, part of recovery is you can't keep it unless you give it. But also part of it is, I know what it's like to walk into rooms and listen to men like me share their story. I know what it's like to sit in my seat and hear people walk in and say to myself, I just smoke pot, I just drink alcohol, I'm 16 years old, and I'll never be like him. I tell the kids, I looked at that one line of cocaine, man. And that night I promised myself that I was gonna do the drug once and I was never gonna do it again. I took the dollar bill, I did the line of cocaine, I got up and I walked right out of the room. I had no idea at 18 years old, when I promised myself it'd be a one-time deal, that it would take 14 years to walk away from. I think we should be ashamed on how we deal with this health issue. I think every cause is worthy of what they stand for. The social backing, the financial backing, like breast cancer, like the Heart Association, like diabetes, like autism. But why not like addiction and recovery? You know, why are we so afraid to say, I want to help? You know, the average length of stay in treatment centers for drug addicts, I know, is anywhere between 5 and 12 days. So you can do heroin for 12 years, 20 years, 30 years, and you're gonna get 5 to 12 days of treatment to fix it. And to me, I believe that is inhumane, and I think we're better as people. I think we're better as people to get behind this. And I said, if you don't have empathy for me when I was on the sidewalk or when I was sleeping in between the dumpster because of the choices I made, have empathy for my children. If you don't want to help the addict, help the family. Because I've seen what my kids, the rewards that they've reaped. It's amazing. And it was all because I got treatment. When I step on to do a radio show or a TV show, the introduction is a former NBA basketball player who threw everything away, his basketball career, due to drugs and alcohol. I don't know why they don't throw my kids in there. You know, like I look at him and I say, how come you didn't mention my kids that I almost threw them away? Basketball should be last on that list. Who cares about basketball? If 30 million people suffer from this, that's around 60 million family members. So our numbers are unbelievably strong, but yet we have no voice. And I think we have to let go of that shame and the guilt and all of that and come forward with it. I was told early on in recovery that people can't hurt you with what you tell them. You know, so expose yourself, let it go, because nobody can come back to you with it. Personally, I look at it as I was exposed for all my wrongdoings publicly, so why can't we talk about the right? You know, if they can write about me being found overdosed in a Dunkin' Donuts with heroin in my vehicle, why can't I talk about recovering from that? Every 19 minutes, someone drops dead of a pharmaceutical overdose. 90% of all addicts begin in their teenage years. So to me, when I get out in front of these kids, my main question is why do you feel the need to change who you are on a Friday and Saturday night? When I ask that question to the kids in front of 2,000 high school kids, you'll see 50% of them drop their heads because they're thinking, why? And they know why, but they need to talk about why. I tell people, watch when I talk to high school kids from behind me, and you'll see how many people are affected by it.